Every week at CornNation, we run a survey. It's called Reacts, and every week we try to come up with new questions to ask people as a way to kind of get a pulse of the fans or get an idea of what people are thinking without them having to reveal their names. They just fill out a survey. It's really simple every week, and I think it gives us interesting insights into what's going on in the minds and the hearts of Husker fans around the world. I'm John Johnston, CornNation. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video so more people see it. Thank you, and thank you for supporting us. This week, one of the questions was, if Mickey Joseph is kept as head coach, what will be the reasoning? And the top answer was no better option at 45%. Second was Joseph earned the job at 39%, so not that far off. And then third is donors want Joseph with 16%. Now let's look at each one of those options. Why people, or not why people chose, but some thoughts about each one of those. Well, no better option being the top one. Eesh. This would mean that Trev Alberts has struck out of asking other coaches to come to Nebraska and coach our beloved football program. That's kind of disturbing. Right now, you look at it, Mickey Joseph, as I pointed out in my other video about Mickey Joseph, he has no experience as a coordinator and no experience as a head coach, and that's very detrimental, I think, for him to be the next Nebraska head coach. Second answer, Joseph earned the job. I'd really like to hear responses from people who feel that way. I think that he has done a good job given what he's been handed. You know, a team without any offensive line and kind of just in a disarray completely and having to rebuild the defense and the offense and figure out what's going on with everybody. I think he's done a decent job. I think he's done a job that will catapult him to further success later on, whether it's in Nebraska or somewhere else. And then the third, donors want Joseph. We are starting to see a lot of media articles from the Nebraska media about Mickey Joseph as head coach. And when I read those, I got to wonder, are they plugging this because it's going to happen? Because they want it to happen? Or because they're just doing kind of honestly what I do sometimes, is just coming up with content to have a discussion. So why would they want it to happen? Well, I think that they'd want it to happen in a very big way, because if Nebraska, if Trev Alberts hires an outsider, a lot of these people could lose access. And they've enjoyed heavy access under Scott Frost over the past few years. I mean, think about that. You had all that behavior going on, rumors, and nobody said anything because they didn't want that gravy train to end either. And then we've also had a lot of rumors now about the booster influence at Nebraska that we never heard before, which is interesting. But I would like to hear your thoughts about this survey. How will you have responded to it, or did you respond to it? And if you did, what'd you do? Let's have a discussion. Thank you. There is no hope. Fuck everything. Go Big Red.